If you're watching this video, chances are you're a treatment center owner who's frustrated with empty beds. You're investing in marketing, maybe even running ads, but for some reason, the calls just aren't turning into admits. The truth is, the difference between a center that's constantly full and one that's struggling often comes down to one thing: a strategic admissions funnel. An admissions funnel is all your marketing, your business development, and your intake team's efforts working together with one clear vision: meeting people where they're searching for help and guiding them to choose your center for that help. At Behavioral Health Partners, we've built funnels like this for centers across the country. And when done right, they don't just generate calls, they consistently turn those calls into admissions. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the key steps of a successful admissions funnel and show you how to fix the bottlenecks that are keeping your beds empty. Hey, if at any point during this video you decide you want to stop doing this stuff yourself and see what it looks like to work with Behavioral Health Partners, book a call with us right in the description below. Let's start with the biggest mistake we see. It's not about your website or your ad budget. The number one mistake centers make is either missing calls from people in crisis or having the wrong person answer those calls. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this kill a center's growth. I had a client who was getting 8 to 15 organic calls a day as a startup, but because he insisted on answering the calls himself, without admissions training, he went months without a single admit. I told him repeatedly that he needed an expert admissions person answering those calls. Finally, he hired an admissions and business development rep. The very next month, they had 10 admissions, and it's only grown from there. This is the reality. If the phone isn't answered every single time by someone who knows how to handle an admissions call, people will just dial the next center. They're in crisis. They don't have time to wait. Every missed call is a missed admit. Once you've got the right intake process in place, you need to keep the phone ringing. That starts with filling the top of your funnel. For awareness, I love SEO, search engine optimization. Here's why. SEO is like owning prime real estate online. When you rank on Google organically, you're building a permanent presence that keeps paying off. On the other hand, PPC and Google Ads are like renting space. They work, but the second you stop paying, your visibility disappears. That said, every channel should be running SEO, PPC, paid social, referrals. They all have their role. Even if one channel is producing strong results, you want your brand showing up everywhere. That way, when potential clients or their families are searching for help, they keep seeing your name over and over again. The awareness stage isn't about one magic bullet. It's about omnipresence, making sure no matter where people look, they see your center as the place to go for treatment. Now, it's not enough just to get people to your site or to see your ad. You've got to get them to trust you before they ever pick up the phone. That's where engagement comes in. Conversion rate optimization, or CRO, is critical here. Your website is the front door to your center, and it has to give families confidence the moment they land on it. That means full transparency, clear explanations of your services, photos of your facility, and testimonials that show real success. Even more important, video. The more video content you have, the better. Families want to see the people they might entrust their loved one to. They want to hear your voice, understand your philosophy, and feel like they already know you. We've seen time and again that centers who put themselves out there with video content build trust faster and get more conversions. When people are looking at multiple centers, they're going to choose the one that feels most real, transparent, and trustworthy. Now let's talk about the most critical part of your funnel: conversion. This is where calls become admins. You need expert admissions staff answering every single call. Not sometimes, not just during business hours, every call. Because the person on the other end isn't just a lead, they're in crisis. They finally picked up the phone to get help, and if you miss that moment, they'll call the next center on the list. Speed matters too. Every form fill on your website needs to be called back within 5 minutes. If you wait longer than that, your odds of converting that person drop dramatically. Admissions isn't just about answering questions. It's about guiding someone through one of the hardest decisions they'll ever make. That takes empathy, training, and confidence. If your intake process is weak, all the marketing in the world won't fill your beds. Now, not everyone is ready to admit right away. That's where follow-up comes in. Leads are hottest in the first week. That's when your chances of conversions are really high. And after that, the odds drop quickly. That means you need a clear system for follow-up, not just hoping someone will call back later. Whether it's through your CRM, email sequences, or text message reminders, you've got to stay in touch. People might not be ready today, but they could be ready tomorrow. And when that moment comes, you want your center to be the one they think of first. Here's the bottom line. Every call should be answered, every form filled should be called back within 5 minutes, and every lead should be followed up with until you know for sure they're not moving forward. Here's where so many centers miss the mark. They don't track what's really happening in their funnel. You can't fix what you don't measure. That means tracking cost per conversion, cost per admission, and listening to intake call recordings. If your cost per conversion looks solid, but your cost per admission is through the roof, that tells you the problem isn't with your marketing, it's with your intake process. On the other hand, if you're not getting conversions at all, then the issue is with the top of your funnel, your SEO, ads, or outreach. Tracking your data lets you take inventory of your entire funnel. It shows you where things are working and where they need work. Without it, you're flying blind. Now here's the good news. You don't have to figure all this out on your own. At Behavioral Health Partners, we're experts in building and optimizing every part of the admissions funnel. Whether it's increasing awareness through SEO and ads, improving your website CRO, strengthening your intake process, or setting up data tracking systems, we know how to identify the weak link in the chain and fix it. The results? More calls, more admissions, and more people getting the help they need at your center. At the end of the day, filling empty beds isn't about luck. It's about having a clear admissions funnel that works at every stage: awareness, engagement, conversion, follow-up, tracking. If you've got the time and want to build this yourself, start with the basics I shared today. Implement them consistently, and you will see improvement. But if you're ready to fill your beds faster and turn more calls into admissions, then schedule a call with me and my team at Behavioral Health Partners. The link is in the description of this video. We'll work with you to build a done-for-you admissions funnel that actually gets results, so you can focus on what you do best: helping people heal. I look forward to talking to you soon from Behavioral Health Partners, your trusted partner in growth and impact.